Superman that I'm not completely sold on myself. But you see him, the highly recognizable like golden costume, the flowing blonde hair, the limitless power. He's a shining symbol of hope. And all that is a trap, right? All that is nothing like what he actually is going to be when we get down to it, right? Because the Sentry isn't really a story about power. It's about what happens when humans gain more power than they can safely contain. Like, that's what he is. Like, he's proof that there is a limit, or there should be a limit for us. And this is what makes him like a really fascinating character. Because this guy, like, while you look like, it says a lot that you look like, this absolute, like, oh yeah, it's the hero, but on the inside, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Like, absolutely. So that part of the story, that's not by accident. Like, this is revealing like some strength and some real significant weaknesses all wrapped into one character, right? And a lot of it, let's be honest, he's not responsible for it. There's a part of this character that's kind of a good guy. Like, it's very, very complex. So, but before I get into like breaking this guy out, before we start trying to figure out what his powers are, let's get inside and understand who Killer the Dog was, man, right? Like, I'm going to give you that. In fact, I'm going to get a little more of this coffee, and I'm going to give you exactly that right now, right? Creation matters. Like, when these people come about actually matters, right? Oh, man, it's perfect temperature coffee right there, man. I'm telling you guys. My coffee needs are very simple, like really sweet and hot. Or cool. Like, there's a perfect temperature. I'm like steaming hot. Like, let's not go crazy. Perfect temperature coffee does it for me, right? So this character, the Sentry, was created by writer Paul Jenkins and artist Jay Lee, and debuted in 2000 as part of the... What in the hell is going on here, man? Like, it's weird. Like, our trash day was yesterday, and like someone's picking up trash right now. I don't know. I'm a part of sanitation in my house. So this guy was developed in 2000 as part of Marvel Knights. So this character is kind of a different kind of character. He's kind of a unique character from Marvel. He's presented as this like forgotten hero who supposedly existed since early. Like, they try to kind of give him a history, but it wasn't really there. He debuted, right? But then they try to like kind of write his story in like he was an older character. So they were building in a mystery about him. He's a new character. Like, we knew it. He felt new. He smelled new. He had a new car on him, man. Like, that's the whole thing. You know, like, when you see a pack of dogs, you bring a new dog around, they all get around the new dog and they start sniffing his butt. That's what we all did with Sentry. Not me personally, but about a lot of you guys. They circled around him because this is something different. He is different. So when we talk about him, there isn't a great here. So, I mean, he's 26 years old now, but relative to Spider-Man, to, the X-Men, Captain America, this is a new Jack, right? This is all newbie, man. This is new stuff, right? So this is where we come in, right? He comes in as kind of two personalities, is the way I see him. Like, his core, who's Robert Reynolds, he's this middle-aged, he's kind of confused guy, he's struggling. He slowly realizes that, oh, I used to be the greatest hero on Earth, right? But nobody remembers it. Nobody has any remembrance. Not the Avengers, not the Fantastic Four, not Spider-Man, nobody. He's the only one who's like, yeah, I used to run all this. I used to take care of business around here. I was the main hero around here. Like, that's what he says. This is what, they kind of did with him. Like, this is kind of what they threw at this guy here. So it's a lot of nutty buddy in here, man. Like, this is a heavy mixed nuts kind of bag of stuff we're dealing with this guy, right? So Rob Reynolds, he was like, not really born a superhero. It's a different kind of story, right? This guy, like, this is a true story, okay, right? This is a guy who himself, like the flawed version of him, the raw before superheroes version of him, was a struggling man who was dealing with like addiction and self-destructive behavior. This is the backstory on Sentry, okay? While searching for drugs, he broke into a laboratory connected to Project Sentry. Inside, he discovered an experimental serum. Now, you gotta be, fuck, like, how much drugs do you do where you just see an experimental drug and you take it? I'm not joking with you guys. Like, everybody in here, we can have an honest moment, right? My uncle was a heavy drug addict. He passed very recently, and it hurt me. I love my uncle a lot, but he was like heavy in the drugs, man. He spent like the last like, I don't know, 30 years of his life, it seemed like to me, like on this like kind of drug bender. All right. So it's very tragic, right? I don't make light of drugs in any way, okay? Not in any way do I make this statement, but Jesus freaking Christ, like how drugged out you have to be to see something you don't even know what it is and you drink it. Like that's not even drug addict behavior, man. Like that's not drug addict behavior, man. I'm putting my foot down on bad writing. That's drug addicts just don't see anything and just drink it, right? Like you're looking for whatever you do. I'm chasing my particular high, but there in this case, he sees an experimental drug and he's like, yeah, all right, I'm getting messed up off of something, right? And essentially, he's just like, yeah, I'm taking this to the head, and proceeds to take it to the head, right? Catastrophically, right? Catastrophically, or brilliantly, right? So this is a serum that gave him, again, they're always trying to make a super soldier serum. So this is essentially what it is, right? So he gets this serum that has the power of 1 million exploding stars, which is an insane number, right? We can't even handle 1 star, right? Exploding suns, right? But you're putting like 1 billion. Was it a million exploding suns, or what his power levels are? A drug addict, right? Like these comic book scientists, man. You guys really are comic book scientists, man. Comic book scientists are the only fuckers who will have this kind of serum just laying around. It's just laying around. This wasn't like a high level crime, okay? This wasn't like, an event. This was a drug addict just wandered in there, a crackhead just wandered in there and found your priceless research. I'm assuming it's priceless super soldier research that you don't want just getting out, right? This is what happened. I don't know what lab this is. They don't say it, right? They don't name the lab, but I certainly hope they're out of business already. I hope they're not like harassing the public right now, because he walks in off the street, off the rip, off the newbie, right? And now I got a super formula, and I expressly get, right, the power of 1 million suns exploding. That's what I get, right? No, I didn't have to do anything to get it. There wasn't even security. I didn't have to enter a PIN code, right? Like none of that stuff. And I just got it and I see it. And because I'm a drug addict, I'm taking it to the head, right? That's a lot of logic going on there, right? I know it's this comic book, but Jesus Christ, man. Like, come on, let's stick with it a little bit. So anyway, after accidentally, crackheadedly wandering into some laboratory with like you guys didn't even have a security guard? You guys didn't even have a low-paid security guard just to be like, we need you to move away from here, sir. You guys didn't even have that, and apparently they didn't. They apparently didn't. Now he gets superpowers, and now you're one of the greatest powerful beings that Marvel's ever created. All that, and you were high, and all you want to do is get, as far as you know, you're still just high. As far as he knows, he's probably just high, and he's got superpowers. Because it would make sense to me. Like, if I did something like, oh, man, it was the best, man. I was flying around. I had superpowers, and I was fighting against. That's why he didn't care about anything, right? Because to him, you're probably still high. That was all you were trying to do. All you knew is you were probably, like, going through withdrawals, and you drank this, and all of a sudden, you're feeling better. You're like, man, this is the best high of my entire life. And I'm sure it is. Like, you're manifesting a reality. And now, like, you're all these things. So you remember all these things that you said that you were, even though this wasn't you, right? And so this is kind of what drives the entire character, right? So this is like a big moment behind this character. And yeah, it does manifest as him being kind of nutty. Like, I'm not going to lie about that part. We see a lot of, like, absolutely, like, kooky behavior. It's kind of scary. That's the thing. He is scary that he has this kind of power. He absolutely is. And this is what we get, right? So he's the golden guy. He's deliberately that, man. He's deliberately that, right? He's deliberately like the visual language, the golden hair, the radiant light, sun imagery, none of this stuff is by acting. He's perfect physique, like he's all that. He's hope, salvation. This dude is not set up just to be a hero. Like, you're not just to be a hero. You're a defining mark. You are a guardian. This is what stands between humanity and utter chaos. Like, the most powerful being. Like, that's what we got in our back, man. That's who's holding our back line, right? So nothing's going to get to us. We live in a dangerous world. Freaking aliens and Kree all over the place, right? They're infiltrating. We have somebody that can say, get up out of here, right? Get up out of here. So this is why, like, his representation is solar deity. He's solar champion, right? Like, we get that, right? We get that solar champion. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. So he is the shining protector that we find in mythology. You know, I always go back to mythology on this channel, and I will go back on this. So all the imagery that we get, like, who do you see when you're like, oh yeah, if I'm thinking about the sun gods, these are all the best dudes out there. Ra, Apollo, Mithras, like Hercules kind of falls in that, like Zeus, like all these guys are the solar gods, and they're always the most powerful ones, right? They're the ones who represent to the highest levels, the solar gods. So this is what we get when we look at this character. He isn't just savior, right? He's like a whole like mythical representation right in our face. He's divine, right? And this is what Marvel wanted to come out with. Like, they want, like, everybody's always trying to grab some of that Superman shine. Like, we get it, man. Like, everybody's trying to get their Superman. Like, that character's so freaking successful that everybody's like, yeah, but what about if he had a flaw? Like, that's the angle. And in this case, it's what if this, like, he's mentally, like, there's something going on. Like, not everything's fire in the noodle game right here, right? Like, that's the part. So with him, there literally is something darker. That darker part that we worry about, it is here. It manifests here. It's something that's waiting. It's something that's called out, man. It's there, right there. It's tangible thing. It's the void, right? It's the void. And the void, and I'm gonna have to talk about the void. I dedicated a whole upcoming section to talk about the void today. So, right. So if you want to get up on the void, we can talk about a little bit of the mythology that goes behind that shit too, because it's got a lot to that too, right? So we want to talk about the void, you know, hang on and we'll get to that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what his actual, like, powers are, right? Because it's nutty, right? It is nutty, man. Like, there's a lot of nutty stuff, and his power level is absolutely freaking insane, right? When we really get down to it, he's absolutely insane power, right? So let's get into it, okay? Right? Why can't I? Come on. But you don't want to, I didn't do a whole slideshow. What's going on here? Huh. Okay, why don't you give me my next slide? Okay, so my slideshow. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm sorry about that. I'm over here like yelling at it, and it's doing the right thing, and I'm not. Okay, so let's talk about his powers, because his power set, man, it's gonna challenge anybody. He's made to be a Superman style character. That's what he's made to be. Like, every part of him. They didn't just make him